Ever wondered what it takes to get that delicious piece of fish onto your plate? It's not just about a fishing rod and a quiet afternoon by the lake anymore. Today, we're diving deep into the world of modern aquaculture, a booming industry that's changing how we eat. We're going to follow the incredible journey of 2 million fish, from tiny eggs in a hatchery to the centerpiece of your dinner. This is a story of science, scale, and sustainability, and it's happening right now just beneath the surface. So, grab your life vest because we're about to explore the fascinating and sometimes controversial world of fish farming. It all begins in a place that looks more like a laboratory than a farm, the hatchery. This is where life starts for our 2 million future meals. In these clean, controlled environments, carefully selected parent fish, known as broodstock, produce millions of eggs. These aren't just any fish. They're chosen for their health, growth rate, and resilience. Think of them as the prize-winning athletes of the fish world. Once the eggs are fertilized, they're placed in special incubation trays with circulating, temperature-controlled water that mimics the perfect natural riverbed. It's a delicate process. Staff monitor them 24/7 because at this stage, the eggs are incredibly fragile. After a few days or weeks, depending on the species, something magical happens. Tiny fish, called larvae, begin to hatch. They are minuscule, almost transparent, and still attached to their yolk sacs, which provide their first source of food. For the first few days, they're like newborns, just absorbing nutrients and getting stronger. Once the yolk sac is gone, the real challenge begins, teaching them to eat. They're moved to larger tanks and fed a specialized diet of microscopic organisms, like rotifers or artemia, which are basically baby brine shrimp. It's a critical phase. A sort of fish kindergarten where they learn to hunt for their food. The survival rate here determines the success of the entire operation. Out of millions of eggs, our 2 million champions will emerge, ready for the next stage of their lives. Once our little fish, now called fry, have graduated from the nursery, they're ready for a bigger world. This next phase is the grow-out stage, and it's where the real magic of aquaculture happens. Depending on the species and the location, this can take place in a variety of environments. You might see massive net pens, circular cages floating in the open ocean, or coastal lagoons. For freshwater fish like trout or catfish, it's often in specially designed ponds or raceways on land, where fresh water constantly flows through. Let's imagine our 2 million fish are a species like salmon, destined for ocean cages. They're carefully transported, sometimes by boat or even helicopter, to their new home, a massive floating net pen. These pens are like underwater apartment complexes. They can be huge, holding tens of thousands of fish in a single enclosure. Life here is all about eating and growing. The fish are fed a carefully formulated diet, delivered through automated systems. These pellets are packed with proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals, everything a fish needs to grow big and healthy. It's like a customized meal plan designed by fish nutritionists. The feed is one of the biggest costs in aquaculture, and a lot of science goes into making it efficient and sustainable. Researchers are constantly looking for new ingredients like algae or insect protein to reduce the reliance on wild-caught fish for feed. But it's not just about food. The health of the fish is the number one priority. The water quality is constantly monitored for oxygen levels, temperature, and cleanliness. Divers regularly inspect the nets for any holes or damage, and they also check on the fish, looking for any signs of stress or disease. Think of them as underwater shepherds, tending to their flock. In modern farms, technology plays a huge role. Underwater cameras provide a 24/7 live feed of what's happening below the surface, and sensors collect real-time data that helps farmers make instant decisions to keep the environment perfect for the fish. It's a high-tech operation, all aimed at one goal: raising the healthiest fish possible. This incredible growth doesn't happen overnight. It can take anywhere from 1 to 2 years for our fish to reach market size. During this time, they will grow from just a few grams to several kilograms. Imagine that. It's a testament to the efficiency of modern aquaculture. But this boom has also sparked a lot of debate. Critics raise concerns about the environmental impact. What happens to the fish waste? What about the risk of disease spreading to wild populations? These are valid and important questions that the industry is working hard to address. Today's best farms are models of sustainability. Many are moving their operations further offshore into deeper waters with stronger currents that naturally disperse waste. Others are using integrated systems where the waste from fish farms is used to fertilize seaweed or feed shellfish like mussels, creating a closed-loop ecosystem. Land-based systems, known as recirculating aquaculture systems or RAS, are also gaining popularity. These are essentially high-tech indoor farms that filter and reuse almost all of their water, giving farmers total control over the environment and preventing any interaction with the outside ecosystem. This innovation is key. As the world's population grows, we need more protein, and wild fish stocks are already under pressure. Sustainable aquaculture isn't just an option. It's a necessity for feeding the future. After months of careful nurturing, the day finally arrives. Our fish have reached their target weight, and it's time for the harvest. This is another process that's been refined by technology and a focus on animal welfare. Instead of a chaotic freefall, the harvest is a calm, controlled, and incredibly fast procedure. One common method uses a large tube, almost like a vacuum, that gently pumps the fish out of the pen and directly into a waiting vessel. On board this vessel, the fish are immediately placed in icy water. This process is not only humane, but also essential for preserving the quality and freshness of the meat. Speed is everything. From the moment they leave the water, the clock is ticking. The fish are transported to a processing facility, which is often located right at the port to minimize travel time. Here they are cleaned, gutted, and prepared for market with incredible efficiency. Some are sold whole, while others are filleted, deboned, and portioned by skilled workers and automated machinery. Every step is done under strict hygiene standards in a temperature-controlled environment. The goal is to lock in that fresh from the water taste and texture. Samples are constantly tested for quality and safety, ensuring that every fillet meets rigorous standards before it continues its journey. The final leg of the journey is a masterclass in logistics, what's known as the cold chain. To ensure you get the freshest fish possible, it must be kept chilled from the processing plant all the way to your local store. The fillets are packed in ice or vacuum sealed and placed in refrigerated trucks, planes, or ships. This unbroken chain of refrigeration is crucial. It slows down spoilage and ensures that the fish that arrives in your city is just as fresh as the day it was harvested. So next time you see that beautiful piece of salmon or sea bass at the fish counter, think about the incredible journey it has taken, from a tiny egg in a hatchery, through a life in a carefully managed underwater farm, to a swift and humane harvest, and a race against time through the cold chain. It's a journey involving thousands of people, cutting-edge science, and a massive global infrastructure. The story of our 2 million fish is the story of modern aquaculture. It's an industry that's constantly evolving, striving to be more sustainable and efficient as it takes on the challenge of feeding our planet. It's a lot to think about, all hidden within that simple, delicious fillet on your plate. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of aquaculture. It's a complex and fascinating topic, and we've only scratched the surface. What are your thoughts on fish farming? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into how our world works. We'll see you in the next video.